Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, January 5th, 2023. I don't know about you, but I'm finding the news I'm hearing about the whole election process for the Speaker of the House to be hilarious. Okay. And I hope you are too, because we don't want to get ourselves emotionally wrapped up in it and send too much energy to that whole swamp. Well, I was reading today that people were confused about why Mr. T endorsed Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. And I want to share a hypothesis with you, and then we will look at the cards and see a little more about this topic. You see, I think it's quite possible that we have another case of 4D chess is going on. Think about it. I think Mr. McCarthy is very unsuitable to be Speaker of the House. He took money from Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. He's a swamp creature. He's dirty, like so many of them are. But by getting an endorsement from Mr. T, all of a sudden our rhinos who are just, in drag, they're Democrats in drag. They can't now support McCarthy because Mr. T does. And the Democrats can't afford support McCarthy because Mr. T does. So I think he's having a good time doing what he does well, which is playing on people's preconceptions and their emotions. Okay, now, as I'm making this video, there is more news coming out. Representative Getz has nominated Mr. T as Speaker of the House. Rumor has it, if this was to move forward, Mr. T would say yes. And it has been one of the possible options for doing some corrections in our political landscape. So I just want to ask the cards today. And let me show you an article where I was reading that, although, like I said, since this is a breaking story, it's coming out even as I'm making this recording. Okay, the Trending Politics, just today, the last couple hours has this out that Trump pivots on speaker battle and predicts a big win today on his personal social media platform. He has said that there's lots happening in the background, and that he is saying that he thinks this is going to be resolved today, January 5th. I don't care. I really don't care. It's all theatrics. It's all drama. It's all comedy, in my opinion. Okay. I don't want swamp creatures to have that place, but I think with the way things are going to change in our world, it's a limited time proposition, even if it happens. But let's just ask the cards. Has Mr. T been playing 4D chess again? And is there other information about the speaker comedy that the universe would want to advise or inform us about? So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so is Mr. T having a good time playing 4D chess? And is there other information about this speaker battle that the universe wishes to share with us? Okay, the world's watching. We got the world. We have the High Priestess. We have the Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, Strength, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm using a new webcam and kind of experimenting with some different equipment, especially since some of what I'll be doing is on the road in March. So I've had to adjust the cards a little bit. They still will mean the same things, and let me explain as I go. Our question was indicated by the world. Look at the number of major arcanas we have showing up today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7 cards. So it's an important question, okay? And the high priestess usually indicates, again, that there's things going on behind the scenes that aren't yet public. So I think when Mr. T posted on his social media platform that there's a lot of activity going on behind the scenes, it's absolutely correct. Absolutely. So the recent past card that I moved off to the side, kind of like Liz Tarot does on hers, is the 7 of Cups. Now, for me, that often indicates that there is some smoke and mirrors going on. It is a card of choices and options. And yeah, so they've been, it's interesting that it's a 7 and they've already had, I believe, 6 votes. They're on the 7th one now. Anyway, lots of, like I said, going on in the background, lots of activity options and choices are being molded as if they really, matter and count. And so our present card, though, is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so again, if you were looking at my typical spread, the 7 of Cups would be up here, but now just so it fits on camera, it's over here. So the Queen of Pentacles is showing up for our current situation, what's going on. And satisfaction is what she indicates quite often, and tranquility and security. So yeah, Mr. T is having fun. He's enjoying all of this from his remove from, being directly in the swamp. Okay, he finds it very satisfying to see all these votes and how people that thought they had a secure position because of where they were in the swamp don't have quite the power and golden ticket that they thought they did. Moving forward, we have the Empress showing up. Loving maternal feminine energy and definitely loving of mankind. Mr. T does love the entire world. Absolutely. And his intentions are quite honorable. He's got a lot of strength that he's not always given credit for, both in the political arena and with the alliance and cosmically. Okay, and he's not yet done putting in a lot of hard work for humanity. Not at all. Let's see if there's a couple other cards that can give us a little more information. Okay, a little more hard work showing up. Judgment and Page of Wands. Okay, so we had the 4 Cups show up, which often indicates you may be overlooking something, that there's some you're so busy focused on this that there's this. Yes, and part of that is just this entire drama of who gets to be Speaker of the House. Look around at other news stories that might not be being covered, because there might be something we're overlooking, and definitely within this, since there's things that are going on behind the scenes for this jockeying for the next speaker position. There's information that's not too readily available for us, but definitely look at other news stories, injured football players, what's happening in other countries. Take a look at other things and make sure that we are not getting that smoke and beers shenanigans happening to us, those that are awake and aware. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. So yeah, this is all coming to an end, this vote, very, very soon. Okay. And I always laugh when I get political read with the Judgment, because it just affirms that individuals are reaping what they sowed. Okay, and they're being called to this is happening both a little bit on the scene and definitely behind the scenes. So yeah, there's been some come to truth moments for people. And the White Hats, this is one of my unofficial little White Hat cards. He's a card of cautious optimism, so we don't want to be giddily optimistic about how this is going to play out, because I think we're in for a lot of political landscape changes in 2023, no matter what. But we can be cautiously optimistic that things are going to resolve okay. And even if someone who seems to be a swamp creature ends up being the Speaker of the House, I believe they're going to be controlled opposition, because nothing can stop what is coming. So there we have it. Mr. T is playing 4D chess. He's having a good time doing it. And the cards are telling us not to worry, that things are going to be resolved fairly soon. And whatever the outcome is, it's almost irrelevant, okay? Because people are going to be facing some judgment and consequences, and there's going to be more changes after this. So energy flows where attention goes. So don't give this whole thing too much of your time and attention, because our jobs is to be getting healthier and stronger, increasing our critical thinking skills, and making manifest what we want manifest. And that's not just one little placeholder in a political spectrum. It's for our entire world and for the path of humanity. So picture that beautiful world with safe children and no inflation and everybody having enough. Those are the big picture items I want to focus on, and I hope you do too. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time. I bet by the time I get it up, something's changed even now, but right now there's still voting and upheaval, and the swamp is in an uproar, and it's humorous as far as I'm concerned. I hope it is for you too. Okay, let's not get too emotionally invested in what are probably going to be very antiquated systems in the near future. In mine, definitely, because I'm going someplace where there's going to be a whole lot less government and a whole lot more time to grow and heal and work at being human. That's it for this video. Thank you. Good night.